got a live look courtesy of our Docs Cam over the city of Toronto this morning, a city that is in the midst of some really hot weather. Sweltering temperatures are being felt across southern Ontario today, as well as parts of British Columbia. Temperatures in Toronto are expected to feel close to 40 with the humidity. On Sunday in BC, it felt like it was in the mid-30s. Environment Canada has also issued heat warnings for parts of Alberta, including Fort McMurray. All right, with more on this, perfectly on cue, I want to bring in Dave Phillips. He's a senior climatologist with Environment Canada. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Marcia.
Nice to see you on this hot, sticky Monday.
Yes.
Temperatures, how high are they expected to soar?
Well, certainly in Ontario, even Montreal is getting up to 30, so they're going to feel the heat there. Not as warm as it was yesterday. We saw records in Windsor and other places in Ontario. But I think the temperatures will get up today to about 31, 32, which is about 6 or 7 degrees, 8 degrees warmer than it should be for this time of the year. What I thought last night was the real crucial temperature. It was very warm in Toronto. Temperatures that were stayed above 23, maybe 24. I mean, that's almost jungle kind of humidity at night. And of course, you pointed out British Columbia is seeing the heat. We're also seeing it in the Northwest Territories. A good part of Alberta and even Saskatchewan is feeling the heat. The one area that would like to feel the heat is the Maritimes. They've been dealing with frost and some pretty cold temperatures. So they say bring it on. But it's going to break today in Ontario. This is sort of a 2-day, 3-day wonder. So tomorrow will be very comfortable temperatures. It's going to break with a bit of a bang, as that always does. The heat, humidity is the fuel for storms, and as these storms come through, they'll bring some heavy rains, winds, and some lightning, and some kind of dramatic weather. But then tomorrow will be actually more like room temperatures, very comfortable. But in British Columbia, it'll probably be the heat will linger there till probably about midweek.
And as you point out, this is earlier than we usually see this type of weather because technically we're still, days away from the official start of summer. So we've got Ontario, Alberta, BC, all feeling hot weather. Is all the hot air coming from the same place, Dave?
Well, it is. The similar features are over both areas, and it is pumping this American air northward. And of course, it tends to be drier air in British Columbia, more desert kind of air, where here in Ontario, we can feel you can cut the air. It's so humid. And of course, it's tropical. It's coming from the Gulf of Mexico. And then the crops are beginning to grow, and so they give off the moisture. So it just feels, it's as you know, Marcy, it's not ever about the heat. It's the humidity that drives it. But you're right. It's not. I would say we always get a little teasers in May and June before the first official day of summer, kind of a dress rehearsal of what we think it will be, and this is no exception.
So, having said all of that, what is the outlook for this summer? More of this?
Yeah, I think in weather, there's a certain thing called persistence. What you see is what you're going to get. So I think that we're going to see a continuation of this. It won't be every day, every week, but we think the flavor of this kind of a warmer than normal summer will be in the offing. Very much different than last year. You know, interesting statistic. In Toronto, we've had 6 days where the temperature's been above 30 so far. Counting today, 6 days where the temperature's been, 3 in May and 3 in June. Last year, by Labor Day, we had only 9.
Oh.
So I think it's going to be much warmer. Get to know how to make those mojitos and get the linen out. And this is the kind of a summer that we see across all of Canada. So west to east, some issues with dryness. That's the issue, is in British Columbia, the prairies, we see it a little drier than normal. And with more heat, you need more precipitation. We don't get it. Then the D word will be the word used, the drought word.
Okay. I don't know about you, but the humidity makes me sleepy.
Does
I feel sleepy this morning.
Okay.
All right, Dave, always great to have you with us.
Marcia.
Of course, Dave Phillips is the senior climatologist with Environment Canada.